It's okay. We're still here, as you can see. We were told that everything was going to start today. And guess what, guys? It's going to start today. Okay? Everything, what I mean by start today, right? Notification should be coming out. Everything actually starts tomorrow with funds being released. I was talking to platform owners and they got the payment orders, guys. They got the payment orders. Isn't that exciting? They got the payment orders. So tomorrow, things will start rocking. Okay. Now, just remember, guys, not everyone starts tomorrow. It is a process, right? It is a process. Okay, so some will start tomorrow, some will start the next day or the following day, but everything, the thing will start from tomorrow on, and then from onwards, okay, all other platforms will go. Some actually will go on February the 1st or 2nd, right? So we'll take a bit longer, okay? But the main thing, guys, is tomorrow, with the grace of God, tomorrow is D-Day, okay? Now, Iraq was supposed to start actually yesterday, but it looks like things are going to start today. It's 4 o'clock in the morning in Iraq at the moment. So hopefully in a couple of hours' time, hopefully that goes international for it. Okay, I'm sure that we'll get the big news in a couple of hours' time, and hopefully we can celebrate. All right. So and what can I tell you? It's been hard. It has been a long journey, right, for a lot of us, right? Sometimes some of these people go to the bank because they've been told they should go to the bank on a certain day, and they've been turned back. They go they say, no, it's next week. They go next week, and nothing happens. And it's been going on for a while, right? But now, looks like everything is ready, right? Liquidity is there, money's there, right? We are ready to go, right? And just yesterday I put a post. I was thanking Charlie Ward. Now, I spoke to Charlie a couple of times, and he said to me, Wolverine, nothing's going to happen until Biden is removed, right? Is removed, right? It just doesn't make sense that Biden is going to get all the glory. And that was actually nearly 2 years ago, right? But, I was the one getting all the messages, all the intel, and now I realize I've been used. Not just me, but all the intel writers, Bruce, Mark Zed, every one of us, were being used to create this information, right? In order to catch all these bad people, right? So that's what it is. That's what I think anyway, that I was used, right? And now, am I being used now? I don't think so. You know why, guys? Because the people that I've spoken to, the people that I've actually have appointments with banks, right? They've seen they've seen the bank account and everything. Everything's ready to go, right? And this time it's real. This time it's real. Okay? That's all I can tell you at the moment. Am I excited? I'm a bit excited, yes, but I won't get excited until I get that major phone call that I'm waiting, and that major phone call will tell me, will we release the opera? Okay? Like I said to you, as soon as the notifications do come out, the opera will be released straight away. So Kapakia, you be ready. I don't care if it's 3 o'clock in the morning for you or 4 o'clock, right? We'll get this done. Okay, so I'm absolutely excited because I know I have faith in God that tomorrow we'll be able to celebrate, right? And this was all due to President Trump. We're waiting for Trump to become president, and it's coming now at lightning speed right now, and everything's coming through. All right? NetBets should be coming out. We're told that should this week, maybe this week. or they might come out on the 1st of February. I don't know. But we're told, actually, well, everything was going to come this week, and MedBits were ready this week. I've spoken to people that are in charge of MedBits in Brazil, and they're all waiting. They said that this week they were supposed to get the green light. They're still waiting. But I don't know. Okay, I don't control this. These people don't control this. Right? So we'll wait and see. I think it is that as soon as they get the green light for the exchange, I think they've got the green light for the MedBits as well. Okay, so hopefully we'll get the good news coming through regarding the MedBits. Now, I've been told the NDA is really strict, guys. I signed an NDA, and it's really strict because I can't talk about a particular platform, right? Because I'm under NDA. You know, if I say anything regarding that platform, right, I will break that NDA, and guess what? I won't get paid on that platform, so I can't talk about it. Okay, so be careful with your NDA, okay? Because the NDA that you're going to sign as Redemption Center, it's basically it involves everything, I suppose. So don't break that NDA. Okay? So when you get paid, you go straight home. I know you're going to be excited. Some people will be crying emotions, right? You go straight home. If you're driving, you go in a car and get the hell out of there and just drive home and celebrate and do whatever you want to do inside your home. But don't go out on a pub, right, or nightclub or whatever, get yourself drunk, and then all of a sudden you start spilling your guts out. Okay, so don't do that. Okay? Now, if you're going to go on a boat or whatever, and you're going to scream out and have a party there, by all means, no one's going to hear you in the ocean. I'll make sure you don't drop and fall in the ocean. That's just make sure you don't do something like that anyway. Anyway, that's what I have to say at the moment, guys. Okay? All right? And like I said to you before, it is a process. Some of you will not be paid tomorrow. Some of you will pay the next day or the following day. Remember, you're an appointment for the currency, for the 4B. You have an appointment. Okay? So when you ring up, does not mean you're going tomorrow. Okay? It might be actually the next day or the following day. And you might actually end up going on the 1st of February when you have that appointment. Okay? Now, here in Australia, we have the HSBC. That's all I know. We're told actually it was Citibank, but I'm not sure. Some people were saying in NAB, which is a National Australia Bank. Again, I cannot confirm that. But what I can confirm is HSBC Bank is the one that we have in Australia. Okay? What can I tell you? Sorry, I just got a message there. Got interfered. So make sure that, they're the banks in Australia and in America. There's Wells Fargo and there's the Bank of America that are involved in this. Okay, Chase Bank is not part of the RV. They got removed a while ago. Okay, so there's Bank of America and Wells Fargo for the people in America. And for I think for England, I think it's HSBC. I'm not sure what other bank, but anyway, you will probably find that out actually when you ring up that 800 number or 1800 number, right? When you ring up that number, and you'll get all the information that's coming in. Okay. Regarding the Yellow Dragon bonds, right? As soon as we get that message coming out from our associates saying that the table isn't closed, then we'll let you know immediately if anyone wants to have the Yellow Dragon bonds, and we'll let you know that we're about to close or they're closed off, whatever. All right. So just let you know if you're interested in Yellow Dragons, and make sure you do it immediately before we get that green light, because all platforms will be closed immediately. Okay. And no one will be able to sell no currency, nothing. Everything will be closed, shut down immediately. Okay? All right, that's all I have for you at the moment, guys. I have a special guest there, a true patriot, a man that's worked really hard with Intel, right? Man has done everything possible, actually, to not to make it happen, but to give us hope, right? He's been a special guest on Mark's set several times, and he's a good friend of Jennifer as well, Geopolitical, as everyone calls her. So I'd like to introduce now Mike. If you want to give us some hope, mate, and see what information you have in order to give these people some beautiful news. Okay, Mike, you are on.
Thanks, Wolvie. It's great to be here. I appreciate you inviting me. I hope everybody can hear me there across the world. And I would just say that to everybody that, I don't have the best contacts necessarily in the world, but I do have the ones I do have. I feel very confident that they're getting information from the sources they say they're getting it from. And what I will tell you is that I have two contacts on the B side of it. I don't want to mention the platforms, Will, because I don't want to get you into any trouble. Okay, so yeah, there are two people that I know that absolutely concur with them getting paid out tomorrow or no later than Thursday. Keeping in mind, it's already Wednesday there in Australia. It's still Tuesday night here. I'm in Las Vegas, Nevada. So it's, we're talking about a 24 to 36 hour window, but my two primary sources on one side of the ledger say, the not currency side of the ledger, are saying that they expect to be paid tomorrow, just like you said. So they're hearing exactly the same thing. And I know my sources are not your sources. And then I have a couple, guy with link ups to people within Iraq, and they, I was told some things yesterday that they were going to have the vote yesterday at 1 p.m. Iraqi time, which was, 2 or 3 in the morning here in the U.S. And they didn't quite follow through with it, but they're going to take the vote again. That will be in another 6, 8, 9 hours from now. And then supposedly it goes through this time. We were supposed to wake up to it today, and from what I hear, we're going to wake up to it tomorrow. That's what everyone is saying, and I just, I'm excited like you. I've never been this excited about it, and I've been in this thing since 2009. So I think we're as close as we've ever been, and I really, really do concur with everything you said.
Mike, it's 4 o'clock at the moment in Baghdad, mate. So we're looking actually about 6 hours, maybe 5 hours actually to go for Iraq. They can put that dinner on for us.
Yeah, great. So, it's not that long far away. And I got a feeling, Wolvie, when I go to bed tonight around midnight, I'm going to leave my phone on ring. So if somebody rings me or texts me, I can hear it. So, I haven't done that before, and I'm ready to do it now. And I really do feel like this is really important because keep in mind American politics, right? If in fact there is going to be some sort of financial issue that we're going to have, which is going to be the excuse for bringing in a new currency system, you want to have that. You need to have it this week, because if it goes much longer than this, they'll try to blame it on Trump. And Trump doesn't want to get blamed for the bad stuff. He only wants to get the credit for the good stuff. So, Joe Biden is gone now, or the actor playing Joe Biden is gone. This is the perfect time to do it. So we really are hoping they're going to do it. And I don't know if you guys saw it, but a few hours ago, President Trump took some questions. He made an announcement about new AI technologies, and the folks that were there talked to him about new medical technologies. And you can very clearly tell they were talking about med beds. They were talking, you won't believe how quickly you could be cured from a lot of these very serious diseases. So everything's coming together, Wolvie. Everything's happening, and it's really getting exciting.
Great news. Mike, what's your opinion actually? What happened during the 4 years? Was this just pre-planned, making people to wake up, knowing that the whole system was corrupt, that put this guy on a Biden or the actor, and all this was just part of the plan so that people can wake up? Because I'm telling you, Mike, right now, even celebrities are favoring Trump now. Even the entrepreneurs now are actually going behind Trump now. Have they finally waken up and seen the whole corrupt system due to the 4 years it was under under Biden?
Yeah, I think that's a huge part of it. I believe that they knew there was going to be fraud in 2020. I do believe they got caught with their pants down a little bit. And then the decision was made, well, what we're going to do instead is we're going to let people truly experience what it's like to be governed by, what's essentially a communist government, and with the hope that they would come around to the way of thinking of patriots, that they would come around to our way of thinking, and that Trump would be the winner in 2024. I know that they focused very specifically on what we call the swing states here, because it's a state by state election in the U.S. And so I have a feeling, that this was not really planned to go this way, but it ended up, they decided to take advantage of the situation. But having said that, I don't agree with it. I think, a lot of people have suffered the last few years. We just lost a lot of patriots that have been in this movement just recently. And I wish they had done it differently, but it doesn't change the joy we're all going to feel when we finally cross that finish line.
Absolutely. Another question, Mike. What do you think about did Trump actually put his hand on the Bible? I don't see it. I've seen the video.
He does not appear to have put his hand on the Bible, and that is an egregious error that he would not have made. A lot of people think, remember, the United States started as a republic, and then I have a whole presentation I'm going to give on this in Cape Canaveral in March at an event here. But there's a secret history of the United States, and it's all financial, and it has to do with, there was a corporation that pretends to be a democracy that was sort of put as a shell around the original republic. And people are saying that by not putting his hand on the Bible, he was not swearing in an oath to the democracy or the corporation, that he had already sworn in as president of the republic. In fact, Jennifer, back in 2021, she said in November, on this Friday, I see a helicopter landing on the north lawn of the White House, and Donald Trump being re-sworn in as president in 2021 after Biden had took office. And sure enough, there was video coverage of it by people there that Biden had already left by motorcade, and then Marine One came in, and everybody said, this is unprecedented, this never happened before, where's the air defense, where's the Secret Service? And some people got out of the helicopter, and she said, she predicted it 3 days ahead of time that this was going to happen. And a lot of people think that was Trump being sworn in as the president of the republic rather than the 47th president of the corporation. So he may have been sworn in a long time ago, and it may be a situation where you could not be of two minds in a spiritual sense. You have to be on one side or the other. So it'll be very interesting if we ever find out the reason for that. But he clearly did not place his hands on the Bible, and those were his family Bibles. One of them was the one he took with him to the church. I don't know if you remember this back in 2020. Another one was a family Bible. So he would have done that. He would not have made that mistake. So there's definitely a symbolic reason behind that. And the suspicion is it's because he's already been sworn in. He had already been sworn in as president of the republic, which we're going back to here in the United States, which is going to mean a lot of changes in the way we do business here.
Yeah, I totally agree with you, Mike. Another question, Mike. I was talking actually from people from Israel. There's a lot of Israel people actually on this channel. And they said to me that it was Trump that negotiated the freedom of these hostages. It wasn't Biden. What's your take on that?
Everybody in America generally agrees with that, except hardcore Democrats. Yeah, everybody knows, because Joe Biden is ineffectual. He's not in charge of anything. And this is something that President Reagan did back in 1980 when we had the Iranian hostage situation, where after he was elected, he basically made a bunch of public statements to the effect he called the Iranians barbarians, and he talked about, what he was going to do if the hostages were not released. And since the American press had portrayed Ronald Reagan as a racist, sexist, nuclear bomb throwing maniac. The Iranians got spooked and they released the hostages, right before or right after he took the oath of office to fend him off. And I think the same thing happened here, that they were very intimidated by what Reagan might, or what Trump might do once he got his hand on the nuclear codes. And so they begin to release the hostages. And it is generally accepted here that, yes, he's the one who negotiated the release of the hostages, which, by the way, we need to keep in mind, they've not all been released yet. So let's keep our fingers crossed that nothing messes that up and we get them all back.
Oh, absolutely. Well, Mike, thanks you so much. Does anyone have a question for Mike? You can lift up your hand. Anyone wants to ask a question? Maria, you want to ask a question to Mike?
No? Yeah. Look, I'm just going to tell you guys, so many things are changing here already. It's just phenomenal how different things are in America just in the last 36 hours since President Trump was inaugurated. And it's only going to accelerate from here. And I think that everything we're hoping for is going to be coming true very soon.
Thanks, Mike. How are you feeling, Mike? Getting excited, or until you see the money, is what?
Well, it is a show me the money thing, Wolvie, because I've been through this I originally, when I got into this, it was supposed to revalue on June 30th, 2011, and it was only going to be the dinar. And then, the good guys swept in and made it a global thing. But I will ask you this. I had a question for you. Are you looking forward to being a citizen of the 52nd state of the United States? Because that's what it's funny. You look at the globe and the way it's shaping up, and I was told a bunch of stuff about Jassara in 2015, and I'm telling you, everything's shaping up. Canada's going to be 51, Australia's going to be 52. Welcome to the U.S. You're gonna have to change that accent, though. You're gonna have to work on that accent, buddy.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to change the accent. It's gonna take.
I'll tell you what, Wolvie. I'm going to get you a custom hat made, and it's going to be the outline of Australia, and in the middle of it, it's going to say 52, and I'm going to send that to you, okay? Because Canada's 51, and you're going to be 52, so I'll send you one of those.
And what about Greenland, Mike? You think that's going to eventuate?
Yes, and it will be part of the U.S., as will, I think actually we're going to also have some control over Mexico as well, because if you look at what, Kerry, our friend Kerry Thornton, put out a map yesterday of the so-called Seven Kingdoms, and, again, in 2015, I know a guy, he's got a public name, I don't want to reveal who it is, but it's somebody who's known in the Patriot movement, because he hasn't made me happy the last couple of years, but, he's somebody that if I said his name, you'd know who it was. And he told me in 2015, he said that they're dividing the world up into these 7 different zones, and the U.S. is going to be Canada, Greenland, the United States, Panama, maybe Mexico, Australia, New Zealand, and he said maybe Britain is going to be part of that Commonwealth as well. So we're moving to these Commonwealths, and the one rule that we're going to have between us is no wars. There aren't going to be any wars between anybody anymore. And he told me about Russia. He said Russia is going to get all the eastern provinces of Ukraine. They're all Russian. And he said they're going to get the 3 Baltic states, so that Kaliningrad is now connected by land to Russia. And I'm just waiting for that one to happen. That's the next thing on the list. Once that goes down, it'll be on.
Well, let's have some, Mike. I think South America shouldn't be called South America. I think the whole continent, they should be called America in title. Welcome to America.
Yeah, exactly. And your friends in Brazil are supposed to be in charge of South America. So, exactly where we divide. But what's going to happen to Central America then? Does they become part of South America? I think the Spanish, Portuguese-speaking nations probably should be grouped together, and the English-speaking nations should be grouped together. But that means we get Belize. So, we're taking Belize. Belize is a beautiful place with wonderful people, and we can just all hope that when this happens, that countries like that are so poor are going to start seeing prosperity that they deserve.
Well, let's have some, Mike. All right, Mike. Thank you so much for your intel, Mike. I think that basically wraps it. Thanks, Mike. I appreciate everything you're doing actually on your channel, and what you're doing with Mark said as well. And I'm hoping that tonight's the night. got told, right? I got told by very high sources that it's all coming tonight.
Yeah, and the thing, Wolvie, is I just want to reiterate is you're saying that, and everybody is saying that, except the people who never say anything. Everybody who says it's tonight or has ever said that is saying it's tonight. I'll be interested to see what Brucey has on his call too.
Well, let's wait for Bruce. And all right, mate. Thanks a lot for everything you're doing. You and Jennifer have been an incredible asset to the community, mate. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
All right. Now we're leaving now for our beautiful author, Carpathia. If you want to leave it, what you have to say.
Hi, Wolverine. Oh, wow. This was a really fun call. Thank you, Mike Barra, if you're still there. We love listening to all your information. You are a treasure trove of information. You and Gentel are an awesome, incredible team, and thank you with all our hearts for all the great info tonight. And Wolverine, you are just spilling over with joy tonight. I feel it's indeed coming for sure. And my dear chosen ones, each of you right now are like the stars of the universe. You're shining eternally above. You're never going to change. You'll always be beautiful through all the years, months, and days to come. And your light of love is going to expand towards a great timeless infinity. I pray that our dear God blesses each of you with this great gift to humanity, which will be ours to share with the world in a very, very short period of time. Stay strong, stay true to your dreams, and always know that God is with you. All my love to each of you. Carpathia.
Thanks, Carpathia. I just want to reiterate again, guys, that again, some platforms are called payment orders. They are going to receive payments tomorrow. I'm not going to say which platform, right? All right. Iraq, in about 4, maybe 5 hours, we'll be seeing that actually on Forex. All right. Now, I've got some contacts in the Middle East, and hopefully they can give me the good news there. Got contacts in Asia, so hopefully they can give me give me the good news there. All right. So in a couple of hours, guys, I'm hoping, I'm rooting that in a couple, we'll be celebrating when dinar gets released on Forex. Okay, that means the RDS started. All right, guys, look after yourself. Thanks a lot for the support. Thanks, Mike. Thanks, Carpathia. Love you guys. Bye-bye.